Okay, so this assignment is going to be a collage assignment. If you have completed your wall hanger assignment, you can start on this assignment. And what we're going to do is basically make a collage. And if you don't know what that is a series of pictures all put together that are going to showcase a little bit about ourselves. Okay? So the first thing I need you to do for this assignment is make a file. You're going to call it collage underscore your initials again. Okay. This time we're going to make it 11 wide by 8.5 tall, and that is 8.5 by 11. That's a standard size sheet of paper. Okay, so just like this. Now what you're going to do is in our Photoshop folder, which I haven't made yet, and if you haven't, you should make right now on your desktop. Once again, that's right-click, new folder, and you just type Photoshop. What you're going to do is go out on Google, or you could go to social media, and we want somewhere between 7 and 10, maybe a few more depending on how many you can fit, pictures of either pictures of you, pictures of things you like. So it could be favorite foods, favorite actors or actresses, could be favorite sports team, sports player, it could be favorite movies, favorite artists, things you like to do, just different hobbies. So we want pictures of these things so that we can understand a little bit more about you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get one started here. For me, Mr. Littacote, one thing that I really like, everybody knows, is football. Okay, so I'm going to go out and search for an image of football. Okay, and specifically I really like the NFL, so I'm going to go ahead and get this picture. Remember, you click view image to get the source image, and this time when I save it, I'm going to do a right click, save image as, and I want to make sure that I click this drop down up top here. Whoops, actually I don't want to click that. I want to save in my Photoshop folder, which is on your desktop, and you can find your desktop on this left side here if you need to. Okay, so make sure we're in our Photoshop folder. And also, I'm going to name it football so I know what the thing actually is. Okay, so you're going to go out and get a series of pictures. What's something else that I like to do? Well, I'm pretty into music. I like to play guitar, so I'm going to go ahead and search for guitar. And I'll search for a picture of that. Actually, this one's pretty cool. Okay, so I'll save this one, right click, save image as, call it guitar, make sure I'm still in the same folder. I am. Alright, and once you have your 7 to 10, you're going to start going back into Photoshop, and you're going to file, place to get these images in. So you're going to go file, place. We have to go to that Photoshop folder once again. And you're going to place each one in. Now, when you place them in, this move tool is what you're going to want to use to really help you out. The move tool lets you move the picture around, back, forth, up, and down. It will let you resize the image, so if you click on the corner and drag, you can make it smaller or larger. And the last thing that lets you do is if you hover outside the corner of the image, you'll see this bent arrow, and this will happen at any corner. Okay. What this allows you to do is click and drag to rotate it. Okay, so this is what really makes a neat collage, is when you can put all these different images in and you can start turning them. It doesn't look too blocky or just similar from all of them being extremely straight in a line. So what I'm going to start doing is just kind of putting stuff together here. And we want, once again, 7 to 10 probably, you could go more, images, and you really want to fill up your screen. After you're done, I want you to play around a little bit with text. Okay, so we'll grab our text tool, and in your case you should have your 7 to 10 pictures in already. And one thing we want for sure is our name nice and big. Okay, so I would put Mr. Littacote, and I would highlight that text and make it nice and big size. Now, that's not how you spell Mr. Now you can play around if you need to resize your document at all. or your text box at all, you can do that. If you want a different font, you can go up to the top and choose different fonts. Maybe you want something classy looking or something kind of just plain Jane. If we want a different type of color, we can do that. If you haven't figured it out already, I really like light blue. So yeah, we want your name at the very least. Last but not least, I do want you to put something else as far as text goes on here. It could be a favorite quote. It could just be something random about you. So your name and at least one other piece of text, 7 images in the background that'll tell us a little bit more about you. And then at the very end, we're going to go ahead and make sure that we do a save as. And once again, we want this to be called Collage and your initials so that we know whose is whose, and then you can turn it in to the Google Classroom. Okay? Good luck. Ask if you have any questions, and have fun.